My whole thing was I wanted it to be open free. That was the stipulation.
It's been a Spokane staple for decades, and the annual event kicks off again tomorrow. A preview of what you can expect at this year's Pig Out in the Park.
We're finally getting some relief from the heat across the inland northwest, even a few drops of rain in some spots, but I'm tracking a return of the heat for the weekend.
But first, flags across Spokane at half-staff tonight following today's mass shooting at a Catholic school in Minnesota. Tonight, the very latest on the investigation.
I just ran under the pew, and then I covered my head. My friend Victor saved me though, because he laid on top of me, but he got hit.
A heartbreaking scene out of Minneapolis tonight after a school shooting left 2 children dead and 17 others injured. Good evening and thank you for joining us for the KREM 2 Night Report. I'm Mark Hanrahan. Tonight, the Minneapolis community holding a candlelight vigil as they begin to process the tragedy. This was just the 3rd day of school of the year for Annunciation Catholic School. The shooter opening fire during a mass packed with children. Details continue to emerge about the 23-year-old shooter who died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The Minneapolis mayor saying the focus should be on the victims.
Kids died today. This needs to be about them. This needs to be wrapping our arms around these families with every bit of love that we can possibly show.
Of the 17 injured, 14 are children between the ages of 6 and 15. The 3 adults were parishioners in their 80s. Here locally, Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown ordering all flags to be lowered to half-staff in honor of the young victims. The mayor releasing a statement saying, quote, "We join the nation in mourning those who have lost their lives in this senseless act of violence." Well, security is and has been top of mind for schools across the country, including here in Spokane. Students in the Central Valley School District started their first day of school today, and you might recall on Monday, the district invited us out to see their brand new secure lobby entrances that were installed at 5 of their schools over the summer. The change is a way to enhance school safety as visitors come and go.
They're locked doors. They have to be admitted by the secretaries. They only let you in when they know who you are and they know what your purpose is being there.
The district says the safety upgrades are part of a $2.8 million project, and the district expects 5 more schools to get that same upgrade next year. New tonight, the man accused of murdering his girlfriend's toddler last year pleaded guilty in court this afternoon. Back in February of last year, John Jones' girlfriend called 911 after she found her 3-year-old cold to the touch. Court documents show the medical examiner noted injuries similar to a serious car crash or falling 2 to 3 stories. Jones fled to Las Vegas and was later extradited back to Spokane County. He is set to be sentenced coming up in October. And now to our night beat with a quick look at today's top stories. New today, a Spokane man charged in a drive-by shooting where 22 shots were fired faced a judge for the first time. Tanner Martinez is suspected of shooting one man and a 15-year-old bystander on Cliff Drive back in April. Both survived the attack. Martinez is sitting in the Spokane County Jail on $150,000 bond. His next court date is scheduled for September 9th. The Cooney County Sheriff's Office is saying a death in Hayden is not a homicide. Earlier this month, 35-year-old Kenneth Caldero showed up to a house bloodied and later died. After an extensive investigation, the Sheriff's Office says it is not looking for any suspects. They also say there is no ongoing threat to the community. So far, there's no word on how Caldero got his injuries. An investigation by our Seattle sister station led the state of Washington to admit that it unwittingly allowed ICE to hunt down and deport undocumented residents with the help of state data. The state's Department of Licensing and the governor's office told our Seattle sister station they've since cut off the federal government's ability to search a state database filled with vehicle licensing information.
I'm very concerned because this is explicitly what the Department of Licensing said it wasn't doing, and now we see that it is.
Both the Department of Licensing and the governor's office thanked investigators for bringing this to their attention, saying they take this very seriously and they took swift action. And that'll do it for your Night Beat. For more information on any of these stories, just head to our website. That's KREM.com. All right, let's talk weather on this Wednesday evening with meteorologist Michelle Boss standing by in the Outdoor Weather Center. Michelle, a bit cooler today, and as you touched on, even a few raindrops.
Yeah, fortunately not right now since I'm out here, but I know you like it cool. They should have you do outside anchoring as well. So you could enjoy the nice breeze out here in the cooler temperatures. 71 right now in Spokane, lower 70s in Sandpoint and Coeur d'Alene. It's even cool out in Moses Lake, 71 degrees there. Still a little bit warm up north in Omak and Colville, just under 80. Those locations were in the 90s this afternoon. They had more sunshine and no rain. But as we take a look at some other weather hazards, we do have an air quality alert for the Idaho Palouse down towards Lewiston and DeGrangeville. They've had some extra thick haze out there and just deteriorated air quality. That goes until tomorrow morning. As we take a look at radar right now, it looks a lot wetter than it really is. We do have some light rain, but I was checking rainfall reports, and in most locations that are seeing the raindrops, we're talking about a trace to 1/100th of an inch. So it's not really coming down heavy anywhere. And we could see a few raindrops here and there overnight and even during the morning tomorrow. But we should clear out tomorrow night. It'll be a cooler day tomorrow, but it's going to heat right back up on Friday and Saturday just in time for the weekend. We'll be back in the 90s for Labor Day.
All right, sounds good, Michelle. I like the idea of anchoring from outside. All right. Don't go to bed just yet. A new ordinance aimed at stopping ICE agents in Spokane pushing its legal limits. Details in just 90 seconds. But first, Pig Out in the Park just one day away, and we have a tasty preview. Catch the details coming up after the break.